Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's yet another makeup transformation. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not, and if you have, thank you so much. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll always be notified. And also please leave a comment and like this video so that it can reach as many people as possible. So today's video, I'm going to do a simple transformation, not a lot of things going on, so please watch this video till the end to learn. I'm starting off by using this sunscreen. This sunscreen is by Neutrogena, and then after that I'm going to use this legal primer. This primer is also a color corrector, and it really comes through, especially right now that I have dark spots. And then I leave it for some time, for 1 minute, and then I go in with this finishing powder. I concentrate it especially around my T-zone area because that's where I'm a bit more oily, so that my makeup can last me all day, and then the foundation sits well when I start by using the finishing powder. And then I'm going to set that and then use this Zaron foundation. This is my favorite foundation at the moment. So I love using this foundation because it's full coverage, like it covers everything. You can see it has been able to cover my dark spots, and it's also good for people with oily skin like me. I have an extremely oily face, so I love using this foundation. So I'm just blending in using this Damn Beauty blender. So whenever you are using a beauty blender to blend in your foundation, you should always run it through running water or dip it into clean water, and then after that squeeze out that water. You can even use a towel if you feel like it has some more water left, and then you can now use it on your face to blend in that foundation or anything that you're going to blend in. And you'll find out that that works well, really well, compared to using it when it's dry. So after that I'm going to highlight, and the highlighter I'm going to be using is a concealer. I'm going to use a Legal Pro concealer, and it's in the shade Fawn. And I forgot to tell you, the Zaron foundation is in the shade FZ45. So I'm just applying in this concealer to highlight my face, and then blend in. So to highlight, you highlight the areas where you want them to be more visible or more lifted. And to blend, I'm still using this same beauty blender that I was using to blend in my foundation. And this is because, well, I am using this same beauty blender, it had some product left for the foundation I was using. So blending another product, it becomes very easy compared to using a different beauty blender. So you don't have to have a lot of beauty blenders when you're doing the makeup. You just need the one beauty blender to blend in the highlight and the foundation. So ensure you've blended your products really well. So I'm just blending. It takes time. Don't feel like you're taking a lot of time. Just blend until you're satisfied with how it's looking. So take your time with blending. So this is how so far I'm looking. Next, I'm going to set all those highlighted areas where I highlighted. I'm going to set it with a powder, and the powder I'm using is a finishing powder from Fit Me, and it's still the same finishing powder that I used in the beginning of this video. And the reason we set is because we don't want the concealer to move a lot because it's a cream, so we set it using a powder. Right now I'm just brushing up my eyebrows using this pulley. And then after that, I'm going to be using this Davis eyebrow pencil to line my eyebrows. And I've really come to love doing my eyebrows after I'm done with the foundation, with the highlighting and setting. This is because it doesn't make my eyebrows look like they have any spaces left behind because of flashbacks when I'm taking photos. And I also love having full eyebrows, those Instagram eyebrows, full eyebrows. I love them. So I'm just lining my eyebrows before I fill in. So filling in is the last thing that I normally do with my eyebrows. So I'm going to do the same thing. I line my eyebrows according to how my eyebrows are normally shaped. And then I go on top, line the top part. And then after that, I'm now going to fill in the eyebrows. I'm satisfied with how they are looking. So right now, I'm just filling in the eyebrows. And I'm still using the same Davis eyebrow pencil. And I start from the arc going to the tail. And then from the arc going to the front part. And around this front part, I draw strokes going up, because that's how their eyebrows normally look, like your natural eyebrows normally look. So next, I'm going to be using this concealer to clean up the eyebrows. So the concealer I'm using right now is the same concealer that I was using to highlight, and this is a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. So this is where you clean up any mistakes that you had done previously while drawing the eyebrows. So after this, the eyebrow is left looking really neat. So in case you had any mistakes, this is where you correct them. So now I'm going to be using this fluffy brush to blend in that concealer. And you don't want to take a lot of time before you blend in that concealer, because first of all, the concealer dries up really quick. And another thing, since I used powder before cleaning up the eyebrow, it even dries up more quicker compared to if I didn't use powder before. And then I'm now going to clean up the top part. So on the top part, I'm just using the same foundation that I used, the Zaron foundation in the shade FZ45. So at the top part, don't use a concealer, especially a lighter concealer, because it will be very hard for you to blend in that concealer, especially now that I'm even done with the highlighting with the foundation. It will be really hard. So right now what I'm doing is I'm prepping my eyelids for eyeshadow. So what I'm using right now is concealer. The concealer I'm using is a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And then I'm going to be using this brown shade from the Zulu by Jovius eyeshadow palette as my first shade. So today's eye makeup is just simple eye makeup, easy go-to eye makeup. So I'm just blending in that eyeshadow. Just ensure that you've blended really well. You don't want to have any harsh lines. So blend until you're satisfied with how it will be looking. So next I'm going to be using this orange shade. This is the shade from the same Zulu by Juvia's eyeshadow palette. And blend until you're satisfied with how the blend is looking like. So these two shades are not far from each other, so the blend should be really neat and clean. And this is how I'm looking so far. Next, I'm going to use eyeliner. So I'm going to use this eyeliner is a Me Too eyeliner. And I was using the Maybelline eyeliner, and unfortunately, it dried up. So I don't have the eyeliner anymore. And since I had this Me Too eyeliner, is the one that I'm going to be using for today's video. And it's just okay. Like, it's just okay. No, I'm going to do the other eye. So after that, I'm now going to contour, and I'm just using Elegant finishing powder to contour. And on contouring, it's just the opposite of highlighting. So the areas that you don't want them to be more visible, you just contour them. And on contouring, you use darker shades, but highlighting, you use lighter shades. And then I'm going to reverse contour. I'm using a Legal Pro concealer, and then after that, use the same finishing powder that I used to set the highlighted areas. That is the Fit Me. And I'm not going to totally blend that, because I want the reverse contour to be very visible. And then after that, I'm going to be using this lipstick. This lipstick is from LA Colors, and it's extremely affordable. It goes for 350 bob only. And there is just a way, I love it, but there is just a way that it feels like it's drying up your lips, but not like, it's not bad. I love it, but not that much. So, and then another thing, I always use a brush for my first shade. Not always, but I love using a brush for my first lipstick shade, because I don't end up using concealer to clean up. And then I used a brown shade, this one. And then right now I'm going to be using this Seductress, also from Maybelline. So the brown shade was also by Maybelline. I'll leave the name on the description box or pin a comment. And right now I'm just using this Seductress, also from Maybelline, to create a beautiful ombre lip. I love ombres. And then after that, I applied falsies, but the mirror couldn't allow me to show you. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm applying a dark purple eyeshadow shade on my lower lash line to just make my eye look like it's a bit more open, more bigger compared to how it normally looks. And then apply my mascara on my lower lashes. And you can see the eyes are now looking more beautiful, much more bigger, and much more sexy. So then after that, I applied a lighter shimmery shade. And I'm using a tiny brush to do that. And then after that, I'm just using this clean brush. It doesn't have any product, so I'm just pressing in those products in, blending them together. And then after that, I'm just now going to apply this shade. This is a brown eyeshadow shade, and I'm going to be using it as a bronzer to add warmth on my face. And then after that, apply this elf highlighter. I love using circular motions to apply the highlighter because it just makes you not to look like you have any harsh lines, and it just makes this cheekbone to look a bit more lifted when you use the highlighter. So that's why I'm actually using this highlighter, and gives you that beautiful structure. So I'm just doing the same on the other side. And then I forgot to show you, I sprayed some setting spray before I went in with the on the brush before I went in with the highlight. So I didn't apply the setting spray on my face but on the brush. And then after that, I'm now going to contour my nose, and I'm just using the same contour shade that I used, and I used a legal finishing powder to contour. And I'm now done with contouring, so I just add a little bit of elf highlight on the tip of my nose and set using this Maybelline Long Lasting Fix. And this is what I'm looking like. So as you've seen, it's not a lot of things going on. I'm done with the makeup, and this is the final look, guys. So tell me in the comment section, what do you think about this makeup look? And in case you recreate, just tag me somewhere, just tag me, I'll repost. And this is the final look, guys. So this is using low light. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and bye.